I went to the Wizard World Comic Con in Portland, Oregon today. Wow. I'm not sure what to say other than interesting. Let's talk about it. Let's go. First of all, talk about going into the belly of the beast. I was hoping to get some different opinions from different people, and I'm going to share some of those later. But there's a lot of people that don't even know anything about Comicsgate. They don't. They're stuck in their own little bubble. I think a lot of people that I talked to were cosplayers. But when I look at what the actual visible content was at the show, I think I counted 2 back issue people selling back issues of comics, and maybe 5 or 6 people actually selling their independent comic book. The rest was all, swords and chocolates and soap and I started in this TV show or movie at one point in time, video game stuff. It was and then cosplayers. It really wasn't a comic book show at all, in my opinion. Definitely not a lot of comic related content. I think the cosplayers had fun, and it was pretty expensive to go to too. It wasn't worth the money. Now I'm gonna share what I did like about it. I had a wonderful discussion and met Christopher Priest in person, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about that later on a separate video, because I really enjoyed the discussion. I saw your friend of mine, Preston Poulter, Pocket Jack Comics, and I'll probably report on that a little bit later too. I also talked to several indie creators and got a feel for what they get out of going to shows and about how much they sell and whether or not they've done any indie any crowdfunded campaigns. Just trying to get a general feel for what different people have done. And then I also tried to find out how many people knew about, Comicsgate, what people's general feeling about the comic industry was. And I was actually pretty let down. I was let down that there's a lot of people out there that really don't. I think they're kind of like regular voters. They really don't pay attention to what's going on until just before a vote or just before something big, or they listen to whatever buzzword happens in the news or something like that. So maybe they read a tagline that forms their opinion, or some friend tells them. That's kind of what it felt like talking to people. Now, I'm not going to take anything from anybody. I think some people had some good outfits. I met some interesting people, and I guess I wouldn't have been there for several hours if I didn't get something out of it. But overall, I think I think the last time I went to the Portland show was maybe 10 plus years ago. Nowhere close to the same thing. So I'm going to throw up some pictures throughout this to take a look at, but it was it was really sad. It's really sad. Now I know why some people don't want to go to comic book shows, because there's really nothing it's really not comic oriented at all. But all in all, it was a good day. I guess I got a little something out of it. I'm glad I went. If anything, it showed me how far the industry's come from when I was regularly attending. And I've been to big San Diego Comic Con too, so I've been to lots of different comic shows. I've been to Seattle. I've been to Wizard World, San Francisco. I've been to Portland. I've been back east. I've been to a few shows, so I kind of have at least a rough idea. But it's sad and depressing at the same time. So anyway, I thought I'd give a progress report, share this out there. Y'all have a great day and a great weekend.